It's Kiss FM. Hysterical new movie coming out. It looks very, very funny. It's called Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. We're going to talk about that in just a second with Anna Kendrick. But first, she joins us now to tell us why she's not tweeting about The Bachelorette.
Oh, how dare you?
I mean, Anna, you let me down. Normally, you're tweeting all about The Bachelorette and The Bachelor.
Well, here's the thing. I did this movie, Pitch Perfect 2, a while back, and Jordan Rogers was in it. So I'm like biased. I'm tainted. I shouldn't tweet because I've got a horse in the race, kind of, sort of. I don't know.
I understand, but I thought maybe your interest was with Chad on The Bachelorette, the one that everybody's.
Oh, come on.
Everybody's
the
not.
Villain?
Everybody's not into this guy, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's great TV, but yeah.
I saw this great video of you and Justin Timberlake singing. Was it True Colors and some love songs in Cannes?
Yeah, we got to sing True Colors to promote Trolls. That was one of those things I never thought would happen, just singing a ballad with JT, like it's no big deal.
And hanging out with him, you realized how unfamous you were, they tell me?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you think you're doing all right in the world. You think you're carving out a little corner of the universe to call your own. And then, then you do some press with Justin Timberlake, and you're like, oh, right, I'm meaningless.
Right.
It was basically, like, it was so cool and so amazing. But, like, when someone is that famous, you're like, holy crap, I ain't,
By the way, it reminds me of when I would sit down and do interviews with J-Lo for Idol, and we'd do it together, and they'd ask me like a courtesy question, and then they'd ask 14 questions to her, and I'd be like, you're just sitting there.
You're holding her purse.
You're sitting there going, yeah, holding her purse, right. Holding her purse in her shoes sometimes for a change.
That's exactly right, yeah.
Anna, how many movies do you have coming out in the next 12 months or this year? Because it looks like 5 or 6 to me.
Oh, who knows? At
That's
this
amazing.
point, like, if someone was like, yeah, and aren't you in the new Batman movie? I'd be like, I don't know, maybe, probably.
Well, this looks very funny. Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates.
It is really funny, which is weird, because if I was, like, the lead, I feel like I wouldn't be allowed to say that, but it's like 4 people are kind of the lead, so I'm like, yeah, it's really funny.
It was. I'm guessing it was kind of fun to play an irreverent character.
Yeah, man. I usually play kind of like the straight man, or like the character who's like a little bit savvier and kind of like making sarcastic comments about how everybody's acting crazy. And in this one, I was the one acting crazy.
You're the crazy one. She's a crazy lunatic girl in this movie.
I know.
Yeah. She's the girl, like you find a nice girl to bring home to mom and dad, and then it turns out that like she wants to take drugs and run around naked and like communicate telepathically with horses and stuff.
It's the perfect role for your resume.
And you guys shot this all in Hawaii?
Yeah, we shot it in Hawaii. It was so great. And obviously, like, hanging out in Hawaii with Zac Efron, I was like, oh, Zac Efron is, like, built to live in Hawaii. He's, like, surfing and climbing up the sides of waterfalls and being, like, this tan god. And I was like, I'll be in my room in the air conditioning reading a book. It's not really, I'm like the palest girl on the planet with like the upper body strength of a dying fruit fly. It's all very non-Hawaii.
Oh my gosh.
I love her.
I want you to play you in the next movie.
Yeah.
Just play Anna Kendrick in the next movie.
Oh, right.
Just play you. What's the book you have coming out? It's called. The title caught my attention because I felt like I could relate to it. Scrappy Little Nobody.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah. It's this book I wrote. Like somebody let me write a book, which seemed crazy. I kept being like, I didn't go to college, right? Why are you giving me a book deal? They let me write this book, and it was so much fun. And it was like hard and. But I just wanted it to be like fun and entertaining and, kind of get all the crazy out on paper.
What's it about?
Hopefully that's what it is. It's just like, it's one of those things where, like, there were definitely points where I was like, is anybody going to be interested in this? Like, if it is just, it's not like I'm, like, illuminating some great truth about the universe or something. But I was like, if anybody's interested in, like, the crazy thoughts that go through my head, like, here they are on paper, available in bookstores in November.
The most articulate actress from Portland that's ever not had a degree on the air with us now, Anna Kendrick. Hey, you're awesome. Thanks for calling. Mike and Dave and the Wedding Dates in theaters July 8th. Congrats, and we'll talk to you for 6 more movies this year.
I can't wait.
All right. Take care, Anna. Thanks.
Bye, Ryan.
Bye-bye. She's the best.
She's awesome.
Right?
Yes.
She's very real, hysterical.
I know.
Though. All right, so that's Anna Kendrick there. The movie looks very funny. Tell Me Something Good is next, 800-520-1027. Zac Efron. Mr. Efron, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, bro. So we were just talking with Anna Kendrick yesterday, who had nothing but wonderful things to say about you in this movie. However, I had to tell you that we have a real issue, and I said to Sissany that you and I have to address something and just clear the air because it's become a problem in my life.
And for the record, I have no idea what this issue is.
Yeah. What's the issue? Right?
So I'm working out at this cement walled, like really dude gym, right? It's athletes are in there, and there's a sled with 45s you stack up, and you just drive that sled across a white line the whole way from wall to wall. I mean, we're getting after it.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Sounds amazing. And so the trainer's in there. I walk in, and they're looking at a magazine, and they're looking at pictures of you, and they're like ooh and ah and ooh and ah, and we're all.
Sounds like a bunch of dudes in a gym looking at a magazine.
Yeah, I mean that's fine, but we're just frustrated because you've accomplished a lot clearly through your workouts. And I said to the guys, because they said, "Have you ever interviewed him?" I said, "Yeah, I've talked to him a lot. We've met before too." And they said, "Well, could you find out for all of us?" And I'm speaking for the trainers of the world. Could you find out what Zac did in this period where you obviously gained a lot of muscle mass, what the diet was, and what the regimen was? And I'm being serious, and I hope you guys are listening right now in the cement wall gym.
It's a lot of hard work, dude. You're in the gym 247. That's Baywatch is synonymous with gym for me. So like,
right.
I would wake up at 4:30 in the morning, built a gym in the garage. There was an hour to an hour to longer training like before every day of filming. It wasn't normal. Like it was not.
But did you were you eating things that you didn't want to eat? I mean, was your diet very strict as well?
Oh yeah, it was all planned out. It's actually this great organic kitchen. It's called Core Kitchen, and they send you whatever kind of food, like macronutrients that you need for your specific,
All right. Well, it makes me feel better that he had a team of people. And by the way, we didn't read the article. We just looked at the pictures.
Yeah.
All right. Zac Efron is with us. So this movie, it looks hysterical. Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. Basically, it's about two brothers whose parents are forcing them to get wedding dates to their sister's wedding because every time there's a family event, they do it stag, and they create a real problem.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Right? They cause havoc for everything. And so will you pick...
They're just like hard partying crazy dudes, and they ruin family events. So this time they're given the ultimatum to bring two good girls to their sister's wedding.
And Anna's one of those girls who's not really a good girl, and they try to become the girls for you. Who gets hit by a car to be saved by one of the brothers?
Well, to get dates, the brothers actually put an ad out on Craigslist and described it as like romantic kind of trip to Hawaii. And they sort of get swindled by Anna Kendrick and Aubrey Plaza's characters, who pose as really, really nice girls and like the perfect wedding dates, and end up being total different people than we expect.
Train wrecks.
Yeah. Well, it looks great. It's out in theaters July 8th. Hey, congrats on all the success, man. Good luck with this movie.
Hey, thank you very much, man. Thanks. Good talking to you guys.
Take care, bro. Zac Efron there.